My lyrics are green. My clothing is on me.
I brush my teeth. I comb my hair. I'm an average, normal human dressed as a bear. You don't care. My hands. I once wrestled the bear with bare hands, and I called the bear man. It was a pear ant that the little bear, he had no pear ends. And as I looked at the bear, he started to weep. The bear started to feel embarrassed. But I didn't care less. I mean, I was starting to feel careless, in fact. And yes, he asked me the question that morphed into a question response. Now, I started to repeat myself, and I said, listen here, look at the owl. Go get the owl and tell the owl how to tell the little cat how to meow. Because when the cat chases the mouse around the house, there's an old woman with big legs with a blouse. And when she runs around, she doesn't open up her mouth. She feeds herself through doubt. And I was like, what's that for? And she was like, you don't know. You're just another bear that's underneath my floor. So go back into hibernation and forget everything you told me. Look me in my eyes next time you tell me you're my patient and I'm your doctor. And I'm starting to feel really, really awkward. I'm starting to feel, old lady, like you are disguised as a monster. I mean, disguised as a lady that actually is a monster. And once I see the monster, I can't bother. When I see the monster, I can't bother. I get awkward, and then I say, monster, are you my father? Wait, my dad was good to me. I can't lie at all. I'd be pushing something over, making it fall. I wouldn't want to do that, now would we?
I don't know, would we? What do you think? Well, I can tell you what I think about it.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Wait, what were you talking about again?
That.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I have a couple ideas.
Okay.
First off,
I want to know.
you take thread,
Yeah.
throw it way up in the sky,
Okay.
you start sewing the clouds together, right? Blocking sunshine,
Oh, okay.
you know. Because you want to be able to control the rays, control the weather, know better, control the days, control it forever. But it seems like really this issue is all the same thing. It's just trying to control how we feel, right? So what's in is actually out, because that's how we project things, right? That's like, it's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
Like that's how we kind of experience the world. It's kind of how we think, how we take in the world. You know, so it seems like on some level, a lot of what we're doing is like creating what we see.
Yeah. Like when you get into an experience, and you call it like, oh, this is a coincidence, but it's not. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, you sit and you wonder, like, I've been thinking about the same thing and pondering and projecting all this stuff, and then all of a sudden the world just falls into like this like outside projection of what it is you're processing through and whatever your attention is on. And this sometimes feels like a distraction, but the path still feels like a path that you're painting. It's like you think about a flower and then it's there the next day and you're like, hey wait, I don't know if I actually thought about that, but I thought about maybe that flower, and then you see it and you question whether or not that was actually supposed to be there, and you're like, is God real? But then you ask yourself, like, maybe it's just me. But then you're like, what if someone close to me dies? Did I make that happen? Was that an accident? Because I didn't practice thinking about that and that happened. And I don't believe in magic, so what am I supposed to think about that? So it's like, yeah, I want to think about money so I can get money, and yeah, the law of attraction and all that. But what about when something bad happens then? What about when something bad happens in my head? Can you explain how I'm supposed to sew the clouds together? Can you explain how I'm supposed to not blame the weather? Because sometimes I feel like I'm not in control, and I'm the only one who doesn't know. But everyone around me is still an external projection of myself, a reflection, broken down mirrors, and it doesn't mean anything. It's like someone casted a spell on me, and I was pure fear at birth. But then I started to search. I started to understand what hurt. Felt like I started to see everyone felt the same way, and it felt like they were playing in dirt. And sometimes that dirt, the farmer came along, and he put fertilizer on that dirt. And he was like, why would you put fertilizer on that dirt? And he made it hurt. And he repeated the same process over and over. Cycle, idles, work. So then we put forth on something that we think is bigger than us, because we really want to sink. And we want to get to the bottom, the rock bottom level, so we can understand how we feel. This feeling and thinking, I don't know why, but we were like blessed. With one side, the other side doesn't really reflect. So when one side gets mad, the other side doesn't know how to handle. And then the brain's a flame, it can't light the candle. Because the brain is the flame, it can't light it. So how am I supposed to get excited? How am I supposed to not act like a little kid and get frightened? How am I supposed to go on a bike path and just ride my bike with a friend? I mean, I look at a tree, and I'm like, tree, I want to believe that you were once a seed. But when I look at you, you look so big, and I don't understand the history and the misery you've been through. And all this imagery makes me want to just brush.
Pretty nifty, this one.